Hi, everybody, and welcome on today. I just wanted to quickly go over what class kits are and why sometimes they're mandatory and where the costs come from, just so that before you have your class signups, you are well prepared with all the information you need. So, I have a couple most commonly asked questions related to class kits that I'm going to go over, and this should be fairly quick. So, the first one is, what are class kits? This is the cost of actually taking the class and the materials that will be provided to you for taking that hands-on class. Not every class has a class kit, but the ones that do describe what's in those class kits. So just a basic overview, class kit is just the materials that are provided to you to take the class. Are class kits mandatory for every class? No. When you go and look at the class information, you'll see under the materials section whether or not there is a class kit. If there's a cost there with no other words before it that say optional, then and it's got a cost and a list of what comes in that class kit, that is mandatory. If it says optional, that class kit is optional. There will be the ability for you to book that class and use a code in order to not have to pay for that class kit if you do not want to and you want to bring your own items. And some classes don't have any pricing listed under the materials. That means that class does not have a class kit, and you can bring the materials that you need to the class of your own, of whatever you want to bring. If you want to bring your own materials to a class, you are more than welcome to if there is no class kit. However, if there is a mandatory class kit, as in there is a listed class on there or a class kit on there, but no optional word, then you do have to buy the class kit in order to participate in that class. That just makes it easier on the teacher. It makes it easier on you. It allows us to take those classes in the allotted time frame with all the proper materials that you do need. So, what are the class kit costs? I'm going to show you real quick. If you go onto the website and you can see here, this is under the Florida class information for 2022. These costs will be different for different classes and things like that. But as you can see here under the creating and coloring molds with pigment and epoxies, this is a great example of a class kit that is a mandatory one. You can see under class kit, it says cost $42. And so that will include all the items in your kit that you will need to make this project. And it'll be a custom mold, all the supplies, the resin, the tools that you need, and you'll be able to walk away with a finished product, plus some things to be able to take home. So this one is mandatory, and this is the cost for this one. But this just goes to show that there are some classes that you really do need to utilize the teacher's knowledge, and they're going to put together the perfect kit for you to be able to create the end result and to really learn all the different skills and aspects during that class. The class kit costs are derived by the teachers. They are not derived by Sew Magical. We do put it in the teachers' hands since they are the ones that gather all the materials. They prep them all. They put them together in a kit format, and they do all the preparation work. So that does all come from the teacher, and they know these materials better than anybody else. That's why they're the ones teaching it. So, and I just want to show you real quick. If you scroll down, the Daybreak wallet is a great example of an optional one. It says optional kit for $27. And when you go to click that, it'll explain to you how to essentially zero that cost out in your cart if you do not want to use the class kit. However, keep in mind, if you decide not to get the kit, you will be required to purchase and bring your own pattern, bring out the cork pieces and cut it prior to class, bring all the proper thread, zipper, and magnetic snap that's listed in that pattern. And everything does need to be cut out and prepped before class in order for you to keep up and stay in step with the teacher and the rest of the students who did buy the class kit. So just keep that in mind if you decide to go the optional route. And then another example of a class is this one right here, the covering shoes with fabric. As you can see here, it says class description materials. It has no class kit, which means you have to bring all the materials for this class, your choice of shoes, the fabric of your choice, and it explains to you here what to bring. So I just wanted to give you some examples. Here's 3 different ones that were all luckily right next to each other that show you bringing all your own materials, a mandatory class kit, and an optional class kit. So now you can kind of choose which classes really fit your budget. We have a few classes that are optional, and we have a few classes that are bring your own materials, just in case that you did want those options. And the last question I've been getting is, if I'm buying my class kit, do I also have to pay for my class seat? We've seen at other shows that you do have to pay for a seat and a class kit. Your ticket, if you purchase any ticket besides a no class pass, does include that ability to take as many classes as you can get into. So obviously they do have limitations on sizes for various reasons. So if you are able to book that class, that means you can sit in that class and you do not have to pay an additional cost for that class seat. It is included in your ticket, whether it's a 1 day or it's an all weekend or a VIP or VIP plus. You do not have to pay an additional cost for that class seat. So if you can get into 10 classes over a weekend, think of how much money you're really, how much bang for your buck you're getting. So I just wanted to point that out as well. I hope this does answer most of y'all's questions. Again, if you have any additional questions, please feel free to reach out to us. And I hope everybody has a wonderful time at Sew Magical Expo this year. See y'all later.